Somebody said it looked a lot like a 1950s airline logo, and I was like, I kind of see that. There's Breonna Stewart. I can't make heads or tails of what that shit's supposed to be. Asia Wilson, okay.
Okay, buckle up, because the wait is finally over. After what felt like forever, with Nike showing off everyone else, the real star, Caitlin Clark, just dropped her signature logo. And let me tell you, the second that dropped, you could practically feel the jealousy radiating across the entire league. We're talking blazing, scorching envy, enough to melt a Vegas sidewalk in the middle of summer.
So this just happened a few minutes ago, and it was a long time in the waiting. Many fans were wondering where Nike has been with any Caitlin Clark merchandise whatsoever, but developing a signature logo and a signature shoe does take time. So without further ado, here is Caitlin Clark's official Nike signature logo. There is a statement that says, Caitlin's signature logo pulls you in like her game. It features interlocking C's. Her mark is emblematic of ever-expanding range on the...
Now, Asia Wilson probably thought she had the Nike crown locked down, right? She's got her own sneaker deal, flexing as the queen of the court. But then Nike pulled the ultimate power move, dropping Caitlin Clark's signature logo, something Asia literally can't touch. The internet absolutely exploded. We're talking millions pouring in, culture-shifting buzz everywhere you look. Suddenly, Asia's spotlight looks, well, a little dim. And get this, the tears are flowing, the tweets are scorching, and the salt. Oh, the Dead Sea just found its biggest competitor.
I've been telling y'all to stay patient. I've been telling y'all that Nike takes their time, that Asia Wilson's shoe deal was 2 years in the making, that Paige Beckers had PEs, not her own signature shoe, and that Caitlin Clark's was 100% coming. And people kept saying, oh, Nike fumbled the bag with Caitlin. It has to get out there. Nike fumbled the bag. No, they didn't. It takes time. She's got to develop a whole freaking product line. But they just announced, breaking news right now, we have a logo. That is the official Caitlin Clark Nike logo. And it's not just that. I mean, this is cool. Nike has just announced that a signature product line will be dropping soon, with signature shoes coming in 2026. Now, this is going to be her logo for all of her Nike stuff that is Caitlin Clark official stuff, just like we have the Asia Wilson line where she has her logo.
Nike didn't just drop Caitlin Clark's signature logo, folks. This was less a design launch and more a total mic drop. Those sleek, iconic interlocking C's aren't just branding, they're practically a battle flag. It's Nike making it crystal clear, Caitlin isn't just in the game, she is the game. And for everyone out there who tried to sideline her, pushing less captivating names, yeah, consider this, Nike's absolutely brutal reality check.
All right, subtle commercial, nothing too crazy, no big bang. But here we go, folks. If we look at this right here, this is the Easter egg I'm talking about. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 billboards, 8 billboards. October, December, November, January, February, March, April, May, the start of the WNBA season. Is that when these shoes are gonna drop? Is that when these shoes are gonna drop in May? We know that come October, we're gonna get some merchandise, we're gonna get some apparel, but the shoes, they said coming soon in 2026. How soon? May 2026?
The woman who literally single-handedly shoved women's basketball into prime time, packing arenas like she's handing out free cash, finally got the logo that screams her superstar reality. And Asia Wilson? Oh, she's absolutely spiraling. Watching Caitlin Clark's brand rocket past hers, she's realizing that no shoe deal, no matter how big, can ever cover that kind of sting.
So a lot of people spend a lot of time and money and resources to be able to have an opportunity to come watch this team play or come watch me play. And you know, I certainly understand that, and I try to make as much time as I can to sign an autograph, because that can really impact somebody's life. Who knows, maybe they're going to put that up in their room and look at it every single day and have something to dream about and something, you know, that they want to be one day. And, you know, being able to do that and take, you know, like I said, 10 seconds, like it's the little things that really go a long way that impact young kids. So it's not something I take lightly at all.
Nike didn't just launch a logo, they detonated a full-blown cultural moment. The second those iconic interlocking C's hit the internet, it was like an earthquake ripped through the entire basketball world. Demand went so unbelievably wild that Nike's own website literally buckled under the pressure. That stunning navy and yellow logo tee, officially dropping September 1st, didn't just sell out, it overloaded servers and instantly became a collector's item.
Celebrate her logo debut with this soft cotton logo tee. And you know what's interesting about this design? It does look like they are interlocked, but if you kind of like squint your eyes, it also kind of looks like a very dimensional one C in front of the other one. I don't know if that's just me. According to Nike, the shirt is available, but it's not available just yet, but you can be notified for when it does go on sale. I can only imagine it's going to get sold out.
This isn't just demand. This is demand we've never seen before. It makes typical Jordan drops look like discount rack pickups. Seriously. Within hours of launch, analysts were already projecting Caitlin Clark's signature shoe line to rake in a mind-blowing $100 million to $150 million when it finally debuts in 2026. That's not just hype, folks. That's pure market power. But here's the kicker. Right on cue, A'ja Wilson pops up from her championship bubble with the same tired gripes. Where's my logo? What about my impact? I'm a 3-time MVP. It's the same broken record we've heard since Caitlin first went pro. Her refusal to accept reality. Honestly, it's almost comical, because here's the undeniable truth staring everyone in the face. Caitlin Clark isn't just a player, she's the actual gravitational force pulling women's basketball into the mainstream. She is the sellout crowds, the crashing websites, the viral clips, the actual business. And Nike, they finally decided to stop pretending and market her like the absolute superstar she already is. Everyone else can keep crying, but Caitlin, she's too busy cashing wins and checks.
A lot of people have been getting on Nike because they don't feel like they have been promoting Caitlin as much as they should. But I will say we have to give credit where credit is due. I feel like in the past month or so, they have been tweeting about Caitlin more. And then obviously with this shoe release, they made this super sick commercial to promote it. And of course, just today, Caitlin Clark's new Kobe PE shoe sold out in less than a minute. And I saw so many tweets about this, so many people who were so sad that they missed out on this shoe. I saw that there was this one Dick's store and people were lined up around the corner, like camping out, trying to get the shoe. I also heard that Nike stocked about 14,000 of these, and that is an unconfirmed report, but they sold out in less than a minute. If that's any indication of what a Caitlin Clark signature shoe will do, I think Nike better continue to get on it and get ready to launch this brand for Caitlin.
But here's the part that really stings, you guys. A'ja Wilson has been with Nike since 2018. That's 6 long years before she finally got a signature shoe announcement in 2024. 6 years to get what Caitlin Clark secured in her rookie season with a real deal. And her shoe, the Ave 1, despite A'ja's non-stop promotion, it's barely made a ripple compared to Caitlin's logo reveal. While Wilson's shoe rollout landed with the energy of, well, a polite golf clap, Caitlin's interlocking C's blew up the entire internet, overloaded Nike's servers, and instantly became the kind of cultural event sneaker brands only dream of. That's the undeniable difference between a product and a phenomenon.
I lost all respect for A'ja Wilson. I don't want to hear her opinions. I don't care what she has to say from this point on. When you keep a Nike deal 2 years in secret while you're spewing all that crazy stuff about Caitlin Clark in the Time magazine, read it. Read what she said in the Time magazine. Yet you had a Nike deal the whole entire time.
Meanwhile, the critics are absolutely seething because Nike finally acknowledged what the numbers have been screaming for over a year. This is the player who single-handedly drove WNBA viewership to its highest levels in 24 years. The league averaged a massive 67,000 viewers per game. And get this, 19 of the 22 games that topped 1 million viewers featured Caitlin's Indiana Fever. She didn't just move the needle, she snapped it off and launched it into orbit. The whole A'ja Wilson versus
years, A'ja Wilson truly co-created her new A'ja basketball shoe and collection to ensure every detail is authentic to her and her community.
And guess who's speaking there? Good old Cheryl Swoops, who's part of Nike and knew the whole time too. So Cheryl Swoop's spewing all that crap about Caitlin Clark. Yeah, you knew that Asia Wilson's going to be coming out with a shoe deal, with a collection and everything.
Let's finally address the elephant in the room. The one that's got Aja Wilson so completely twisted up. For months, she's watched Caitlin Clark dominate headlines, even while sitting injured on the sidelines. Even without playing, Clark is landing brand deal after brand deal, getting signature logo reveals, and being positioned as Nike's undisputed golden child. Aja can win all the MVPs she wants, but she simply can't generate the sheer cultural impact that Caitlin creates just by existing. Nike treating Caitlin as the A-side completely shatters everything Aja Wilson thought she knew about WNBA hierarchy. She just can't comprehend that a second-year player who's been injured for half the season could still command more attention, more revenue, and more cultural capital than Aja's entire career combined. That, my friends, is the bitter pill she's clearly struggling to swallow. But here's what's truly got Wilson fuming. Nike gave Caitlin Clark her own iconic logo, while Aja got, well, what exactly? A sparkle-shaped design that honestly looks like something you'd find at a craft store. While Caitlin's interlocking C's instantly became iconic and recognizable, Wilson's logo looks like a total afterthought designed by committee. The contrast is stark, and let's be real, it's pretty embarrassing. One logo screams superstar treatment, while the other just whispers also ran.
So somebody said it looked like Chanel. I said it looked like Gucci. But whatever it is a luxury sports brand. I can't think of very many luxury sports brands. Guys, yeah, do you, like, I'm a fashion guy. And I understand what Nike is doing. Nike is trying to get into the luxury brand style, the luxury department style, almost a little bit getting out of sporting. If they successfully do this, this has never been done. Never.
Now, Nike has officially course corrected, and they're going all in on their biggest asset. That logo isn't just marketing, it's Nike finally understanding the gold mine they have in Caitlin Clark. She's not just another WNBA player they can treat like an afterthought. No, she's a cultural phenomenon who brings everyone to the table. This logo connects Caitlin to Nike's legendary legacy in a way that feels completely authentic, not forced at all. She's been representing the brand since 2022, calling it her basketball home, wearing their shoes since college. Aja Wilson could never generate that kind of organic connection, but here's what's truly got the haters pressed. Nike is finally treating Caitlin like the A-side she's always been. Not the co-headliner, not the also featuring act, but the undisputed main event. Her signature shoe is reportedly dropping in 2026, and you can bet your bottom dollar it's going to absolutely shatter every record in women's sports marketing. Remember Wilson's A1 shoe launch earlier this year? It was met with polite applause. Meanwhile, industry experts are projecting Caitlin's shoe could become a staggering $100 million to $150 million franchise.
I think one of the reasons Nike's stock is dropping is how badly they dropped the ball with the female phenom, Aja Wilson. I think one of their experts should have had more foresight about her trajectory into being the best women's basketball player in the world, and they should have given her a signature shoe probably 2 years ago. Regardless of the sudden burst of media interest in the WNBA, thanks to the likes of Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark, Aja is a proven winner and one of the brightest spots in all of basketball. The fact that Aja's shoe deal emerged into the media after Caitlin's deal was already publicized gives reactionary vibes instead of this.
That $28 million 8-year deal Caitlin signed with Nike? Yeah, that's looking like the bargain of the century right now. Industry insiders are already whispering that Nike will never make that money back in shoe sales alone. This is all about pure marketing, about being associated with the most magnetic athlete in women's sports, period. Meanwhile, Wilson's 6-year extension gets described as one of the richest deals in women's basketball. But notice how nobody's talking about cultural impact or massive revenue projections. The resale market doesn't lie either. When Caitlin's Kobe player exclusive shoes dropped. They vanished in 5 minutes flat and were immediately flipping for double the retail price. Her logo t-shirt launch crashed Nike's entire website and generated more traffic than most signature shoe releases. Wilson's shoe announcement? They barely register a blip on social media. The market has definitively spoken, and it has chosen its queen.
Caitlin Clark signature shoe sold out in minutes. It was here and then it was gone. Poof. It reminds me of Mike Tyson back in the days. Don't go to the bathroom or the fight is over. You go, girl.
A'ja Wilson's problem isn't that she lacks talent. Let's be clear, she's undeniably skilled. Her real problem is that she genuinely believes talent alone should equal cultural dominance. She simply can't grasp why a player who's been injured for half the season still generates more buzz than her unanimous MVP campaign. Think about it. The WNBA hadn't seen a 7-figure television audience in 16 years before Caitlin arrived. Now, their road game attendance spikes by a jaw-dropping 87% when Clark visits opposing teams. Wilson's games? Sure, they move numbers, but it's nothing like the seismic shift Caitlin creates just by being on the roster. What's truly galling for A'ja is watching Caitlin accomplish from the bench what A'ja couldn't do with 3 MVP trophies. Even injured and not playing, Clark is landing massive endorsement deals, getting signature logo reveals, and utterly dominating sports marketing conversation. Wilson's championship rings and individual accolades suddenly feel completely hollow when compared to the cultural earthquake that is the Caitlin Clark phenomenon.
It's about time, Nike. Y'all have taken long enough. It should not have taken this long for you guys to get this stuff together. I don't know what the holdup was. Actually, I do believe I know what the holdup was. Y'all didn't want a bunch of people hating and mad and all that. I know. I'm ready for this merch to drop. Cannot wait. The Caitlin Clark merch is going to be absolutely fire. The sneakers are going to be off the hook.
Here's the undeniable reality, folks. While A'ja Wilson wastes energy trying to chip away at Caitlin Clark's shine, Nike is absolutely cashing in on the most bankable athlete women's basketball has ever seen. That interlocking C logo wasn't just a design drop. It was Nike's public confession that they finally understand the assignment. Clark isn't hype, she's history in motion. Wilson can keep polishing her MVP trophies and parading her championship rings all she wants. But Caitlin just unlocked something far bigger. The ability to move entire markets, crash websites, and completely reshape the entire conversation around women's sports marketing. The A1 rollout was a moment. Caitlin's logo? That was a movement. That's the difference. Nike didn't just create a logo. They declared to the world, we've struck gold, and we are absolutely not missing this wave this time. Wilson's frustration makes perfect sense, because she's watching another player live the dream she assumed was reserved solely for her. But Caitlin Clark has what Wilson never will. A cultural pull strong enough to break the internet and turn a t-shirt into an instant sellout phenomenon. The Caitlin Clark era is officially here, and Nike is smart enough to ride shotgun. Wilson can stay bitter, but the rest of us? We get to watch the most exciting, most marketable player in basketball redefine what's truly possible for women's sports. That logo, it's not just branding, it's a brand new era in motion.